Hello everyone, welcome back to Trading Edge. So in today's video we'll discuss about a very powerful intraday price action setup. This setup provides least risk and also very high profit potential. That's why this is very powerful and it occurs frequently in the Indian markets. So as you can see, this is the chart of ICICI Bank on 15 minutes time frame. Okay, now see, ICICI Bank is trading in a range. Okay, from here sellers are very powerful and they push the prices aggressively towards the downside, and from here demand is overcoming supply. That's why prices couldn't break this level and continue the downward momentum, and prices are aggressively shooting up towards the upside. So what is this indicating? Here supply is strong and here demand is very powerful. Now see, from here prices are continuously forming higher low formation. What is this indicating? That demand is slightly overcoming the supply. That's why from here prices have sold up to this level, but from here prices have formed a higher low formation, indicating that demand is getting very aggressive. That's why prices are forming higher low formation. Now see what is happening here. Once, twice, thrice. So prices are constantly testing the resistance zone and forming higher low formation. But what is happening when prices are coming to this level? There is huge volumes. Buyers are trying their level best by constantly forming higher low formation to break this level. But what is happening? The sellers who are present here, they are not ready to give up. That's why we are seeing high volume activity and prices now constantly forming lower high formation. From here what is happening? Prices are forming higher low formation and constantly testing the resistance zone, indicating that supply is getting exhausted and buyers should now take control and push the prices towards the upside after breaking this level. But what is happening here? We are seeing huge supply coming in the markets and prices are constantly forming lower high formation, indicating that although buyers are trying their level best to push the prices towards the upside, but sellers are still very strong, and that's why high volume activity is seen and lower high formation is happening. Okay, now see, here a support is being formed by the buyers. That is, from this level again buyers tried to push the prices towards the upside. Now what is happening? Again lower high formation. Although buyers are trying their level best to break this level and continue the upward momentum, but this volume is suggesting to us that sellers are very powerful than the buyers, and that's why higher probability that prices would now go towards the downside. So eventually when prices broke this level, we will enter short here, stop loss here, and see the downside momentum after that. Now see, a interesting phenomena occurred here. See, this volumes have increased but the spreads have remained the same. What is this indicating? Indicating that hidden selling activity is happening at this price areas. If this was all buying pressure, the next day prices opened gap up. So buyers had the greatest opportunity now to take the prices towards the upside, because the resistance zone is already tested multiple times. Okay, so they had the greatest opportunity to push the prices towards the upside after breaking the resistance zone, but still they failed. With huge volume activity, so indicating hidden selling at these levels. So short here, stop loss here, and see the downside momentum after that. Okay, so let's look at another example. This is the chart of Reliance on 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so Reliance is also constantly trading in a range, but in this range prices are continuously forming lower high formation and testing the support zone. Multiple false breakdown is occurring here, indicating that sellers are very aggressive. Okay, that's why prices are forming lower high formation and trying to break this important support zone. Although buyers are trying their level best to push the prices towards the upside, but overall price structure is suggesting to us that sellers are very much in control than the buyers. Okay, now see, what is our expectation? Continuous lower high formation and testing the support zone. Prices should break this level and continue the downward momentum, isn't it? If sellers were very strong, then after closing below the support zone, next day prices should have continued the upward momentum. But what happened? Prices broke above this level and continued the upward momentum. So how we could trade that? See, last day prices closed below the support zone. Below the support zone, prices closed with huge volume activity. So if all this was selling pressure, then next day prices should have continued the downward momentum. But what happened? Prices opened gap up, indicating demand is overcoming supply, and broke this important resistance zone. So we will enter buy here, stop loss here, and see the upward momentum after that. Okay, I hope you got this point why we will go long here, because there is structural breakout after a fake breakdown. Sellers were forming continuous low high formation and closed below the support zone with high volume, indicating that supply is very strong. But what happened? Next day prices opened gap up and broke this important structural resistance zone. So we'll enter long here, stop loss here, see the upside momentum after that. Now after this upward momentum, what happened? Prices couldn't continue the upward momentum. Again sellers pushed the prices with huge volume towards the downside. What is this indicating? That this buying is completely absorbed by the sellers. Okay, now again prices are testing the support zone. Rejection of higher prices, again closed around the support area. So if sellers were very much strong, after the strong selling with huge volume, prices should have broken this level, isn't it? See, buyers have tried their level best to push the prices towards the upside from here. Okay, but again buyers lose strength and momentum, and again we saw sharp selling towards the downside with huge volume. And after this sharp selling momentum, there is very weak buying pressure, indicating that absence of demand. So now sellers had the greatest opportunity to eventually break this level and continue the downward momentum, because this level was already tested multiple times. Okay, multiple times this support zone was tested. So buyers now here would have been exhausted, because after the strong buying also they couldn't break this resistance and continue the upward momentum. But again next day what happened? High volume breakout of this trend line resistance, indicating that all these sellers are again trapped. So they would exit from their positions and new buyers would enter in the markets by seeing this structural breakout. Buy here, stop loss here, and see the huge upside momentum after that. And also see absorption of supply. Earlier what was happening? Prices were getting sold off aggressively from this level. But now prices are holding at the resistance zone, indicating that demand is very much strong than the supply. And eventually high volume breakout, buy here, sell here, see the huge upside momentum after this absorption of supply at resistance zone. Okay, Now let's look at another example. See, this is the chart of HDFC Bank on 15 minutes time frame. Continuous lower high formation and eventually broke this support zone, which was also tested once, twice, thrice, 4 times. On 5th attempt, prices broke this level and closed below this resistance zone. What is this indicating? Continuous lower high formation and testing the support zone, indicating that supply is overcoming demand aggressively. That's why buyers couldn't push the prices towards the upside by breaking the last important swing high. Okay, and support zone is getting tested multiple times. That is, it is getting weak because buyers are trying their level best, but they are getting weak. Okay, now eventually after breaking this level, prices pushed aggressively towards the downside. That is, panic selling is happening here, and importantly, prices closed below this important resistance zone. Okay, so if sellers were very strong and powerful, next day what should have happened? Prices should have gone down towards the downside if the sellers were very much strong. See, high volume selling was happening and prices closed below this important resistance zone, indicating that supply is very much strong than the demand side. Okay, now next day prices open directly above this resistance zone and sustaining above that. What is this indicating? All the sellers got trapped in this huge gap up movement, and now buyers took control over the prices. How we can say that? Because prices are sustaining above this important resistance zone. From here sharp selling occurred previously, but now after breaking this level, see the selling pressure, very weak, strong buying and selling very weak. So buy here, stop loss here, and see the huge upside momentum after that. Okay, why we will buy here? Because from here previously we saw sharp selling momentum. Okay, and then prices eventually broke the support zone and closed below this important resistance. What is this indicating? That sellers were very much in control the previous day. How? Because prices closed below this important structural resistance zone. So if sellers were very much strong, then next day prices should have continued the downward momentum. But what happened? Prices opened gap up directly and sustaining above this resistance and made a bullish price action with volume confirmation, indicating all this selling pressure was absorbed by the buyers. Okay, and also most importantly, prices are sustaining above the resistance zone. See, bullish price action with low volume. So buy here, stop loss here, and see the upward momentum after that. Okay, so I hope you got something very important learning from this video. If you find it useful, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also do comment down below if you have any queries related to this video. So see you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from my side. Take care everyone. Bye.